So some of you asked about this, you wanted to find out what I am actually carrying with me to EGX or Eurogamer because, I don't know, it's something you found interesting, so I'm kind of going to do it. You won't believe it, but I actually shaved this morning and it's now come back, which is ridiculous. Like, I shaved, brand new razor, and I don't quite know what's happened there. My facial hair just grows too quickly. But like the wrong time, it grows, like the stubble grows really quickly, and then the rest of it doesn't grow, so I just... So this is my primary case of things. This is the one that I use to... it's my Peli case, my Peli Storm IM 2500. And it's the one I use to keep all my valuable stuff in it whilst I was out at the hotel today, because I don't trust the housekeeping stuff, which isn't very trusting of me. I'm actually recording this on the EOS M. I'm not going to show you that because it's just a standard camera. You know what the EOS M looks like. First thing is the Kingston USB 3.0 reader, because although my laptop has a SD card reader in it, it doesn't have... for some bizarre reason, that when you plug my SD card, micro SD card converter, it doesn't actually convert it properly. So I don't know what's all about. Cables in abundance, so obviously MacBook Air cable, iPad cable, random USB, micro USB, USB cable for the SD card reader. One of those kind of things. These things are great. They're like they're called iFreaks. They make some fantastic braided cables. They've got a blue one which I've actually got plugged in over there, which is quite cool. Just a standard, not cloverleaf, but just a figure of 8 kind of Y splitter. Power brick for my Gigabyte P15F. My Rat3 even, which I use at work. This is fantastic. It's such a great mouse. I love it. The actual power brick for my MacBook Air is in there. I've then got another micro USB cable. This thing's really cool. It is a it's a Hanel Pro Cube. It's got AA battery charger in it as well, but also ideal for charging my sort of 600D batteries. Plug them straight in there. Takes like 3 hours for a full charge. A fantastic bit of kit. It was 50 quid though, which is the only downside, but it's quite cool. Peli case, SD card case. It's actually got no SD cards in it because they're all in devices at the moment. So I've got 16GB in my Tascam and a few other bits and pieces kicking around there. Battery grip for my 600D, which will keep my camera going throughout the day. This is my Samsung Q7, just as a backup. I'm probably not going to bother. Well, I might chuck it in my bag, depends how heavy it is. But that's my Samsung mic if shit hits the fan and my Rode Report fails. Obviously XLR cable, long one, just in case. Rode Report mic, which is in its bag at the moment, but I think you've seen that before. Looks quite cool, and sound quality is meh, it's alright, not bad. And to go with the Rode, I've got a square mic flag, which at the moment has got that kind of sort of design on it. It looks quite cool. This is the design that Josh, I can't remember his last name, made for the channel, and it's kind of something I've adapted into stickers to stick onto the mic flag. So obviously the idea is it'll kind of look like that. I'll probably move the Rode logo so it's just facing away from me, but you kind of get the idea. Really quite cool. Stickers actually from Diginate, really fantastic. Then we go on to tablets and laptops. So I've got my Nexus 7. It's kind of just like a just-in-case tablet. It's more for my 600D so I can control it. Then obviously got my iPad mini, which is an in-case thing. The fantastic cases, these in-cases. They're quite expensive though. And then just a standard smart cover on it. Nothing really to shout about. You know what that is. MacBook Air, you have seen it before. MacBook Air with a Union flag sort of case on it and a 64GB like mini USB drive. I use that to sync across Dropbox and things like that, so that's that. Then we go on to my main camera, which my cameraman will be using all day, in a Canon, official Canon bag, only because it was a kind of present. We've got our Tascam DR40 in here. I don't really want to bend the pins on that, but that's kind of just going to be my default XLR recorder. We've then got a funny adapter for it's like a washer for the bottom of my Rode Report mic to stop the cable wiggling around. 50mm practical lens. This is kind of, it's got a manual aperture and it's quite cool. It's got a shitty adapter on it and it doesn't work half the time. It doesn't really fit on the camera properly. My 600D, which it's a trusty beast. Obviously my camera grip, my battery grip will fit onto the top of that. And then I've got I think what lens is this? This is a 55 by 200mm, a 250mm lens. Just in case. I don't know whether I'll bring it with me actually, because that's another thing for me to carry. I don't really want to carry anything extra that I don't need. Get rid of that. So then we've got batteries in abundance. We've got some N-loop batteries. I am sad enough to say that I've labelled all these batteries up, and the reason for that is because when they're in pairs, I can figure out what ones are charged, what ones are not charged, what ones go where. So it means that I know those two go together, they're charged together, and it means that, say, when they run out together, I can just kind of charge them together, put them straight in, and they're going to be working. It does sound really sad, but that's kind of the way I do it, really. Same with the Eneloops, because I know that those are fully charged. Those are the standard Duracell batteries that are just disposable ones, but I had some juice left in those for before I put the Eneloops into my other devices. Memory sticks, not so many as I usually carry around with me, which is about 20. They're just varying degrees of size. There's a 32GB one, there's a 16GB one, there's a 128GB one, another XLR cable. Oh yeah, Thunderbolt to gigabit Ethernet. I don't really know why I brought that with me because it's not going to work. Oh yeah, this is funny. This case that my Gigabyte is in came from my boss. So when I used to work at I used to work at Marjon up in Plymouth, and my boss gave me this. I don't really know why. He reckoned it was good for my iPad, is what he said. I think he was taking the piss actually, but I think he wanted to chuck it away. So in here we've got my Gigabyte bricks. Nothing really to write home about. It's got USB 3, it's got HDMI out, it's got VGA out, it's got all the things I need. It's got an 850M NVIDIA graphics card, it can render on the go. It's fantastic. I love this thing. It's a shit laptop, to be fair, in terms of its build quality and stuff, but actually in terms of spec, it's fucking amazing. Moving over to my bag of things, well, actually my mini bag of things. So I've got my Osprey. This is my New York bag. This is the bag I bought in New York. It's a flapjack courier for anybody who wants to know. It's fantastic for putting laptops in and all the clothes and everything else like that. I've got my my Splinter Cell shirt there, which is I'm going to take with me tomorrow. Hoodie in there as well, because obviously going to have a hoodie. Then in here we've got, what we've got in there, we've got a torch. I don't quite know why I brought that with me, because I don't really need it, because there's street lights everywhere. Business cards. So I've only got 50 of these, but these are quite cool. I think I got them printed on the wrong kind of card, because I could do with like a matte coating on them, but these are going to be just for ones I can just give out to random people. If anybody asks what I do and where my channel is and stuff like that, I'm going to do that. I've got some proper business cards for press stuff, so I'm going to talk to some press people tomorrow, that when they ask me about you know, where they can find out more information or whatever, I can give them one of those, and I can give them my phone number. My Kiwi, it's a Kiwi Bird external battery pack. It's pink and blue, pretty funky, pretty cute actually. I know you shouldn't really describe things as cute like that, but you know what I mean. Pen, in actual fact, this is my Windows pen. This is my Windows 8 pen, which has got like a stylus end on it, and it's just a standard pen. I think I won it in some competition or other. But one of the great things about this bag is so much space in it. We've got a space in here for pens and other bits and pieces like that. Got a front pocket down here for other bits and pieces. That's my paperwork for EGX. That's literally, I think that's all in there. Then in there, we've got much space for all sorts of stuff. Plus a flap here for my laptop and things, and there's a zippy thing there for all sorts of stuff. In the side, there's a pocket for water, which I'm going to bring. So got water in there and keys. Over the other side, there's nothing to really worry about. There's an internal pocket there for all sorts of other stuff as well. Then the other bag that I took with me is my Deuter bag, which is actually my day hike bag, which I had for my degree. Obviously, I'm probably going to wear that tomorrow because I think it's a really, really cool top, and I'm not too sure yet. It's either going to be that or Enigma T, I'm not entirely sure. Then we've got many other things in here. We've got a bulb, 150 watt bulb, equivalent to a 150 watt bulb, and a holder for it, and headphones, and more cables, XLR cables. There's an extension cable in there, there's chargers for things. There's nothing in there really worth writing home about. Underwear, knickers, pants. These are pretty cool though. These are my Kit Sound Manhattan's fantastic headphones. I think I'm going to take these with me as monitoring headphones because they're fantastic. The only downside is they've got a TTRS or TRRS end. So my Task MDR40 is going to fuck up with that because it doesn't like anything to do with TTRS stuff. It kind of like just makes the sound really weird. I also did buy some vapor rub because I've got horrendous cold and it's been running like a bitch for days. Only in my Zoom H1, which I've got, because that's the one I'm recording on. Obviously my Xperia Z, that's coming with me as well. And then I went to go and get some supplies just because I got some pretzels. These things are fucking amazing. I tried these first on the plane once. They came in like little tiny packets, only had like one in or something stupid. So good, I love those things. Because I have a bloody horrendous cough, I don't want to sound really unprofessional. I've got some lozenges and I've got some hot chocolate for tonight. And I think, oh yes, I've got some tripods. I've got my little tripod down there, which is my Hunnol one, and I've got an Amazon Basics video tripod. That's fucking amazing. I need to do a review of that. And that's a bit of a shitty view outside my window. It's kind of like, it overlooks a park, but there's loads of kind of leaves in the way and stuff. The only thing I didn't mention is my Anchor USB charging thing. It's got like five USB ports, and I can charge my like 2 tablets and 2 phones off of it, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. I also did bring many waters. I've got water up there for the kettle, because and also my TSA approved lock, which is a piece of shit. If someone wants to get in my bag, in my paddy case, they really could. I mean, you could really just take a crowbar to that and snap it straight off. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else I really need to cover. I really desperately need to go to bed, because tomorrow morning I'm going to be up at like 7, which isn't too bad, but it is a Sunday and I haven't really had much sleep before either. I'm also sweating buckets. It's so hot in this room. So anyway, I shall catch you probably in a later video. I'm not too sure what this will go up before the main EGX stuff. I'm not entirely sure yet, because I'll decide when I want to upload. So, but anyway, yes, apart from that, I shall catch you in a later video.